What's up, everybody? Blake the Scholar Magic. Welcome back to another $85 challenge. In this challenge video concept we attempt to build off the rip a deck, a powerful deck that is less than $85. And the point of it being that if we can kind of do this challenge or keep this deck reasonably priced, what we'll do is we'll give away the deck once we have this video established. You can make comments on it. We'll count that towards the giveaway, and then we'll do a paper deck tech, and then we'll take your comments into account. In about 3 weeks after that paper deck tech, we'll actually give away the deck. I have this going on with my Arwen deck already, so that deck is in the mail. It was I like snapped that one off. It's like, it's coming to daddy. It was so easy. So that's kind of the video concept, is like you have these two decks, the video gameplay, the building of it, some testing of it to see if it's good, and then we'll do the paper deck tech and give it away. So that's fun, right? So who would I have for you today? Well, I have Grixis, Marchesa, Dealer of Death. And that's blue, black, and red. Legendary creature, human rogue. Whenever you commit a crime, you may pay 1. If you do, look at the top 2 cards of your library. Put one of them into your hand and the other into your graveyard. So really nice, graveyard matters type of card. I'd say at the heart of it, it's like I'm getting the best of both worlds. I can play low to the ground spells. I can keep my opponents away from me, and then I can build this powerful thing to my side. I can build up this graveyard and start taking things out of their powerful things, right? And kind of going off of that would probably be kind of a fun thing, right? So getting some big baddies, as you would say. Maybe reanimating some big baddies with Marchesa is maybe on the menu today. So let's start. Well, what's really good with Marchesa? Well, like I said, she does very well with inexpensive things that target your opponents in some way. So a good start is a Tormod Crypt. So this is 35 cents. It'd be very good with Marchesa, right? Because you don't have to pay any mana into it, and then you just target a player's graveyard. You commit the crime, you pay 1, and now you get to look at the top 2 cards of your library. One you get to entomb into your graveyard, and the other you put into your hand. So that's a really good start. So I like these, even if it's just a one-of, that's very nice. There's also repeatable, graveyard abilities too that are artifacts that are just very good in general. And let's put on the craft button just in case that one of them doesn't come up. So, and some of them are a little bit more pricey, so we have to keep that in mind. I think Ghost Vacuum is kind of the splurge of this. It's a $3 card, so I think this is kind of the one because you get repeatable value off of it. I think it's kind of worth it. Some of these are just do it once, do it again type of things, like the Lantern of the Lost. It's not terrible, is it? I mean, it really isn't. It's kind of you have to invest a little bit more mana into it, though, right? Whereas this one is a very repeatable thing, is you just have to put in 1 mana, and then for just a tap you get to exile a card from a graveyard, and this is 30 cents. The Scrabbling Claw is a very good Catcher Mouse card, very common. Now the Relic is a $7 card, so that's kind of a steep one, as you'd say. $7, guys, for the Relic. I just looked it up. Soul Guide Lantern is that pretty common one. Like I said, it's a 2-of. You get a chance to do it when you cast it. That's also nice, though, is you don't have to invest any mana to target. Oh, but that's each. It doesn't target an opponent's graveyard for the effect, so that's true. So there's those so far. I think we're pretty satisfied with those, to be honest. That's, a $50 card in the Soul Cauldron, so I don't think we're going to be picking that one up. I mean, even the, what would you say, the Unlicensed Hearse is probably pretty affordable. Let's look that one up to make sure we're just not killing ourselves here. Just kind of looking some of these up already here. It's 29 cents. That's fine. I think that would be good because it's very repeatable. So that's kind of a nice staple-y one for us. that we can get into. So that's just a 2-mana investment, but then you can kind of repeatably, exile cards from a graveyard and scale it up as well. So I think we're pretty happy with those 2 costed, artifacts to start that will create crimes. So let's see. Yes, targets. Yes, and yes. All right, so a crime, just to kind of put it out there, is like targeting an opponent's creature, their graveyard in some way. I like going direct damage to the face is also like a way to create a crime. So like cards like Lightning Bolt are good because it just simply will just target like the face or a creature. So that's really good. If you wanted to kind of get more specific, I think like I was just watching some Beasley gameplay. He was doing Hidezugu and Kyrie video, but I am also a fan of the blue auras that do target. So these will enchant, and doing so when you enchant, you are targeting. So this will just shut down commander, unable to scream, and witness protection. And these are very cheap cards. They're very, very, very affordable. We're doing very well. We're doing so good so far. We just have to be kind of cool, right? I don't know, like, I was just thinking of like Cling to Dust is so cheap too. It's like draws cards and kind of gets you that repeatable value. If you're building your graveyard up, like, it's pretty good, right? Cling can't be that expensive either. I'm just going to go off to say that it's not. And I think Unearth is kind of fun for this deck, just because if ever Marchesa gets targeted or removed, we can just kind of always unearth it back. So I think we're going to be having some pretty low to the ground creatures overall for this deck. So I think that's going to be nice. Just a nice little pickup there. Cling to Dust is a pretty common card. I'm not too worried about the price point of that one at all. So that one's kind of fun. So we got the graveyard kind of shut down so far. Let's try to hit some creatures. Try to get a little bit of counter magic. So let's just put on our blue here first. Or black. Let's go to black first. Let's see kind of what we're cooking in black. And see if we can get any juice, as you would say. I was thinking that cut down would be kind of nice. Cut down could be a couple dollars, though. We have to think of that. Even like a Bloodchief's Thirst is probably pretty good. So let's check on these. Let's check on Thirst. I think maybe $1, right? 40 cents. That's pretty good. Cut down, I think, went down to as well. Cut down MTG. Well, let's check. It's also 40 cents. So those are pretty easy pickups. It's like, do you want to, I mean, this is kind of versatile, right? It can like kind of hit a lot of different things. It can be a cheap spell, it could be a little bit more expensive. For sure, the cut down is quite good, I'd say. We might even like the targeting for like, some lower to the ground creatures too, if we are sacrificing things. If we want to build a good graveyard, a really solid graveyard, there's some cards that will help us along the way. Just not her, that will have to depend on her. But let's just grab a Thirst and see how it goes. And a Bone Shards too. And it's pretty good. Thinking like a Ghast or a Stitcher Supplier would be kind of nice for these type of effects here. There's Cut Down. Beautiful. Dark Ritual, I think, is like kind of varies in pricing. It's like kind of like probably always worth it to run, even in like these budgety kind of builds. But it's like always like kind of hovering like $2 or so. So it kind of would take most of the budget up, you know, if you were to run a ritual type of effect. So we'll come back to it. We're not like, you know, totally dead set on it yet. And of course, like, I'm always like willing to take your, you know what I've been seeing like a lot of people run is that, that new card, is it Vexing? It's like, it's black. I think it's from the Hex. Is it called Hex? People are running this one as a lot. So to blight, put a 1/1 counter on a creature you control. Store card your creature with mana value towards. Yeah, that's at instant speed. Damn. A blight 1. Store charge mana value to this spell's additional cost speed. You gain a little bit of life too. Oh, I'm gonna try it. Nowhere to run. Oh, that's got to be like a staple for us for this particular build. So it's just going to basically turn off everybody's like hex-proof protection. It's just ward. It just gets through all those things. It's very nice. Very nice stuff there. What a lucky luck sack. Let's see. Let's do target. Target seems to be a good keyword here. Target. So let's turn on that. That was kind of a nice little feature there, and I think we're going to probably be getting to some nice removal here. That might have saved us. Cheap is good. Even like cards like Dismember or Snuff Out, if we can get those, like, you know, we'll check them right now. Dismember, I think, was a little cheaper than Snuff Out, but let's check. I was wrong. No, I was definitely wrong. It's $8. How about Snuff Out? Man, I'm gonna get like these weird, like, you know, serial killer alerts on my internet. Oh Lord. I got $10. That's not happening. Okay. I would definitely be interested in, though, in like a fatal push. So we can pick that up. That's like, you know, 47 cents to $1.50. It's much better. So we'll pick that up in a second. Let's just get through here. Not really looking for the hand hate. Not really too, you know, concerned about that at this time. I am kind of intrigued by like ramping and sacrificing things, though, like that need to be sacrificed. I do like that a lot. So like these eaten alive kind of lines, like with bone shards, are just kind of intriguing to me. Even like, you know, I don't know if we need too much more of this. I mean, you might pick up like Feed the Swarm and Withering Torment to kind of like, you know, perhaps. I mean, this is kind of a really interesting, like the 9 vermin, like when it dies, it just like, you know, a target creature it targets, right? So like you can target up to twice with it. Builds your graveyard. Seems very nice for us. The supplier kind of looks good here as well. And that's going to be a little bit pricey, about $3 for the Stitcher supplier, but we're going to pick that one up. And then we did pick up our Eaten Alive and Bone Shards there. Those ones are pretty good ones, because this one you can actually pay into the mana too. You don't actually always need to you know, sacrifice a creature, but these both hit Planeswalkers, the Bone Shards and the Eaten Alive. So that's pretty nice for us. And then Blingast. Also has that kind of built in where it could ramp or target, which is nice. So you can kind of do a double whammy with that as well. And there's also just treasure. Let's just look up treasure. So our greedy freebooter here, deadly dispute seems like a good option here as well, as far as stuff in general. And I guess we'll type in dies treasure. Your fire elite, fleet hoarder, common crook. There's a plunderer. Okay. How about dies target? Actually, let's do it like this and just turn off. Are we just in black too? I was wondering if we were just in black and there would be more choices. Okay, so there is a couple more choices. Let's see. Sticky fingers. Interesting. Oh, do we like this one? Riveter's Requisitioner. There I'm back again. Culmination of studies. Okay. And then there's that sushi. Sushi is super sick. Okay, so far so good. Yeah. What does the Final Vengeance do? Hits enchantments too. Oh. You sacrifice a creature. How about this one? Okay. Foggy Swamp. Yeah, I'll be picking up a Foggy Swamp for this deck for sure. It's going to be kind of like our budget little cheat sheet here. Kind of makes me like want to do like aristocrat things though too, and I just don't know how far I want to dive into that, because I've been doing a lot of that lately, but it just kind of makes sense to do stuff like that, to be honest. I think we'll pick up a Scrounge too, because we might have like higher CMC cards in this deck as well. If you're not familiar with this card, this will basically sacrifice an artifact or creature. You can return a target creature or spacecraft card with mana value 5 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield and create a lander token. I feel like a Dust Mingler is kind of like our top end, you know. It's just really a big value, and it's just, you know, cheap. And this one is a little bit tougher to pick because you have to sacrifice a creature enchantment, and sometimes you just don't. I mean, usually you can discard a card, right? That's something that you can usually do. So, have like our little, nice little reanimator here. Demand Answers. Kasul's Fury. It's kind of an interesting one too. Probably not too expensive either. This is kind of a cool one. I think I'm just going to pick up like a Village Rites though. If I was to pick like one more thing that kind of targets, like, I think this was pretty good. The Gnawing Vermin was good. This is just ramp. It makes a treasure. I think we're kind of happy with that. Just that little line there. Foggy Swamp Vision kind of makes me want to run some kind of like aristocratic type of effects. I think like a Mayhem Devil would be very cool, for instance. The thing about this is that the best sacrifice or free sacrifice outlet is like $40, and that's Yawgmoth. I mean, there's the Umbral Cult Zealot, which is good, that will kind of like help you get there. Like this guy can help, but it's not like she's going to do it, like she just won't do it. So if you type in sacrifice, right, blue isn't going to really sacrifice anything for you, not really much at all. Like creatures in general, it's not like there's a free sacrifice outlet in blue as much as I'm, Flare is amazing, but that's a crime. Let's look up the Storm Drake. That's a really cool card. Volatile Storm Drake. $0.60. It's beautiful, guys. So beautiful. There's so many good cards. You can just type in random things and just like find gas. That's what's so fun about this game, is you just find absolute gas. Cephalid Coliseum is probably really good for us too, because we'll build the graveyard up so much. Instead of like the Village Rites, I think more of these are better, right? Because they target. They actually like kind of do the thing. So let's get like another one of these like sacrifice, do something type of stuff that affects their stuff. How about the Glare? It's probably fine. And we might need more targets for this too. So we're going to get the Undead Butler as a good target. Because yeah, if we add these, then you're going to want to have stuff that you actually want to sacrifice, right? Let's see, mill and maybe mill return. Kyrie is super cool. I've seen this this rare. People have been messing with it in standard. Okay, no like targeting going on there. Overlord, Takanuma, random encounter. Malika Rebirth, very good, of course. Shambling Gas, we picked it up. Probably do get like the Blood Artist type of effects here. We're going to be doing some like mass reanimation. Yeah, pick these ones up. Let's check out the Blood Mage. Interesting. It does target their stuff. And it's just can be the gas too. Let's pick up a Callous Blood Mage. Murderous Rider's very stably for this. Very good pickup. Jaren. Interesting. People have been messing around with Alzok too. And I think we will pick up like the Village Rites still. This is like a very widespread like. Okay. We can look at like kind of the counter magic. I think Offer is definitely stabilized. Let's check it out though. It's 274, so I don't think we're going to be opting for that one. But we can get like Wash Away and stuff like that. Is Boomerang Basics is kind of, I think that's kind of still pretty hot stuff. Let's check though. It's like a little cheaper. 92 cents for a bounce spell. Any permanent though. It's kind of good. Flood Maw is pretty powerful. Pierce seems pretty decent. This has been pretty powerful lately. The Stern Scolding, it's always seemed really pretty good lately. From I've seen, Stern Scolding. It's like 36 cents. That's pretty solid. These are pretty powerful, but pretty expensive. Strict Serenade and Wash Away is very cheap and affordable. Just regular counter spells, fine. Even like a Memory Lapse should be probably pretty good too. Just a really annoying and powerful card that's like dirt cheap. Yeah, it's cheap. Jawari is like, it is Jawari. It's a Jawari, it makes a crime. So maybe this is the best look for Jawari actually. We're kind of nearly there, guys. I think we need to kind of figure out what we're going to be doing with our lives now. So we have the Mayhem Devil. Definitely these things being sacrificed. We need to do crime, so we need to like kind of do the crime angle. Duelist, let's check out the Duelist. I definitely want all the crime enablers. $0.09. Sure. We don't need to mill them. Ooh, the Miner. That seems really good for the crime. I don't care how much it costs. It can't be like $4, right? $0.67. Let's go. Can actually kind of like repeatedly sacrifice that too. Blood gas might be good, but I don't think we're building the graveyard that much. We will be getting probably both of these guys. The Vadmir and the every committed crime, put a 1 counter on this thing, as long as Vadmir has 4 more 1 counters, has menace. Yeah, that's pretty good. Crime, baby. And then Kerbeck, yep. Maybe even get like a Tiny Bones. Magda's probably your best like little 2-drop here for sure. Gissa, are you really expensive, Gissa? I think she's like $3. 4. I think so. I think we would probably do it. I don't know if we would make the challenge though. We'll check on that. Keep the $4 in mind for the Gissa. She'd definitely be worth it. How about Lavaz? Ooh, that's a lot of action for her. Like double there for Lavaz. Okay, so this would be a fine reanimator target too. So we need like return cards now. And more like in black, I'd assume. Probably your Victimize is going to be probably pretty good here for budget. Reanimate won't be very affordable. Not sure the Chthonian Nightmare is either. Persist. Could be decent. If we get a lot of good demons, yeah, it's going to be really nice. Which we will, don't worry. Don't think Call of the Deathwiller is where we want to be. I think we'll do like a Colleen Rebirth type of action, like Victimize, Colleen Rebirth. And then let's check out some, and then Zombify, maybe? No. Then let's put in Demon here. Go real big. Doom Whisperer, that's pretty cool. Definitely, oh man, how much is a Burning Rune Demon? He might be sneaky expensive. $420, damn. But Crabomination might be a bargain, and our homie Runescar Demon might be a really good opt too. Both of these might be pretty good. Razaketh would probably be too expensive. Algaboth Villas, those would probably be too pricey. This card's probably pretty busted for us. Target player's library. Beautiful. Annex. Man, that's almost cool. Runescar Demon's not going to be very expensive. I mean, the Dreadfast Demon is pretty cool too. It's like 50 cents. Did you know we were going to go this way? Did you know we were going to go demons? Crabomination. Okay, I need ramp. I need ramps. Treasure Cruise seems good. We did like 39 lands, I think. Or 40. We'll do 40 because we picked up a Jarwari already. So, pretty good start. Add here, please. We need some mana. Arcane Siggy. Cold Steel Heart, sure. Mind Stone? Okay. She's how many colors? I don't know if I can run a Mind Stone. She is pretty demanding. You can get the talismans though. Alright. Should we get a Wishclaw talisman too? What's this? I don't want that guy. Yeah, so this is kind of the deck. Let's color up here our lands. And yeah, we'll get like these little like sweet little dual lands here for sure that are man lands. Those are always effective. Fast lands, I think you kind of have to for the budget. They're not my favorite. Restless Reef, sure. These ones can kind of be expensive or not. The Shipwreck Marshal, we'll check on those. The slow lands, they can be kind of affordable now. I think you probably have to get like one of these temples. Maybe I'll get the like black-red one. The Pain lands you'll pick up. Teachings is kind of interesting. And I think it's fine to get it. But we'll cut it if, we don't come into the price tag. Shivan Reef. That might be pricey. One of these is. There's a blue-red. I think that one seems good for our colors. I'll get like the blue-black one. I'll come back to that. Yeah, don't freak out for the price tag for these slow lands. They might kind of push us over, so we'll come back to those. Lots of basics, so let's just check out our little budget options here to see if there's anything else cool to pick up. Bajukabog. That will target will pick up. I love Castle. I love the price tag on it too. It's not terrible. This will also target opponents' graveyards. The Hive. Phyrexian Tower would be cool for this deck. I think we definitely need another free sacrifice outlet too, which would be like Yawgmoth. This would also be good. I think it's probably worth it, but you're risking ever so slightly. I mean, you could try, but I'd rather have Gissa. I think we already put her in anyways, so you might have to not. Same thing with Malika Rebirth. They're just like $8, $4. You can pick up a Mauling. I mean, that's like a B plus in this. Well, it's B plus for us for sure. Spikefield Hazard is pretty cool too, especially for this deck. Pinnacle Monk is probably really cool, but a lot of these cards are super cool. I'm pretty happy here, guys. Let's trim off 2 from each of these. And then hit done. All right, so this is the deck here. And like I said, I think we do still need like another sacrifice outlet. Because if we're going to be running like Foggy Swamp Visions, we're going to want to like get value from those creatures in some capacity. I mean, they are sacrificed anyways. They do sacrifice themselves, though, don't they? Huh. Yeah, they do. Mayhem Devil's Gas, isn't it? All right, I think we're cool. I think we're going to let this one rip a little bit and see how it goes. Let's check on the price. And I was kind of worried about this one because of like the expensive artifacts. I thought that we would probably be clocking in at a little bit of higher price tag. So guys, make sure you like and subscribe, and make sure you comment on this video. And you will be totally eligible to get this deck probably pretty soon, probably like within the next month. And this is like our new like, you know, $85 challenge. Grizzies? Grizzies. Grizzy. Grixis. See, there's always like, what an amazing like name of just like a tribe. It's like Grixis. It makes you, oh man, you don't want to mess with that. Marchesa, Dealer of Death. Oof, I'm kind of nervous on this one, but I think the lands might kind of inflate it a little bit, so we're gonna trim out the ones that kind of are gonna make it a little bit more pricey. We did it again, guys. We did it a freaking again. And I'm curious though, like, which of these lands is probably like $10? It's the Shipwreck Marsh. No way, bro. So which one is cheap then? Is the Haunted Ridge pretty cheap? No, it's not. Oh my god, we clocked in so well. We might actually be able to add a reanimate now, which is really good for the game plan. And maybe some other, like, you know, mass resurrection spell, or maybe a sacrifice outlet. I'm so happy now. Did it say Spirebluff Canal is $4? No thanks. For 2 or fewer lands? No. Hell no. We gotta check these out. We gotta make sure we're not getting, like, busted up. Yeah, Castle Lothwain is such a bargain. Beautiful. Now we're kind of low, and you know the really cool thing is we can actually even go cheaper here. So we went to $51, so that's pretty nice. I think what we'll do is we'll pick up like some fixing, like Evolving Wilds. And the Terramorphic Expanse. Or no, we'll get the Capenna land. We'll get those first. And then we'll probably pick up a Fabled Passage now that we've clocked in so nicely. Plains, Island, Forest. Mountain, Forest, Plains. Fabled Passage. Swamp Island, those are our colors. Swamp Mountain, beautiful. Swamp Mountain, fantastic. And we won't need these Terramorphic Expanses or that. And what we'll do is we'll get rid of that Spirebluff Canal, which is really dumb. Get rid of the Haunted Ridge, and I think it was the Shipwreck Marsh. The one that was cheap was the, one of them wasn't it? I think we're pretty good now anyways. We're at 101 now, so I think we'll go down here. And like I said, could probably add reanimate. And make sure it's not like $10, because I'm not like, we'll see. Typically $5 to $17. Market price is $10. Yeah. That's very good. These commands are good too. I think I'm going to pick those up instead, like the Prismari command and Colligan command. What's this one do? We did pick up the scrounge, so that's pretty cool. Okay. Sula. Dang, bro. I was wondering if maybe she would cross over. How many instant speed spells do we have in this deck? Probably less than you'd expect. Alright, I think we're still going to go for the reanimate because we got it under, so let's add it in. And I still need like a sacrifice outlet, I think. It would be better to have one. At least like another way to sacrifice some stuff, really. It would have to be, oh my god, Emperor Bones is really good too. That's continuous crime too. That's so good. I think we're running enough sacrifice here. Overall, we did pick up a lot of like spells that will sacrifice. I mean, Plum could give you some value, some serious value, but now we have cuts to make. I like these ones. I like these demons guys. I like them a lot. I like this guy too. Because that's actually like a free sacrifice, but it's only once a turn, but still, we'll take it. How many lands are we running? Let's check. 34 plus 35, 36, 37, 38, 39. 39 lands is a good place to land. It's probably like kind of these redundant like sacrifice a creature ones. I think we had like 2 of those already, which was fine. And if we were running like 2 corrupted, like a Village Rites and a corrupted conviction, I think that'd probably be a little too much. 1 Village Rites is fine. Unearth looks pretty good. And probably just one of these, like the Fatal Push is probably fine enough. Beautiful. So there's that. Bone Shards. I'm cool with 1 Bone Shards. I don't need 2 of those. Stern Scolding. This is some interesting counter magic here. Tormod's Crypt is really interesting. We got our crime. More interaction. Callous Blood Mage is a little less. I love it. I love it. It's at 32, right? So 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 32, so 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37 lands. Okay, so we're running a little less lands than I thought. So Scrounge is good for 5 mana value creatures. We have 2 and then no 4 mana creatures. So I think it's like this. All right, let's try again. This one is interesting. All right, so I think we still did the thing. So what we'll do is we will bulk edit this. We were way under. $51 is great. So this one's $80 de facto, and then we're just gonna go to the cheapest, and looks like we got another banger. $65, guys. So we crushed this. We crushed this one. These Grixis cards are like super underrated. Like, for instance, let's just go to the enchantment side, guys. Like these 11-cent cards are just the bangers. Blue Swords to Plowshares. All right. Let's go. Let's play some games, baby. So the Arwen challenge went very well, guys. Thanks for supporting that video. Like I said, that deck's on its way. So I'll be picking up the sleeves for that. We'll be doing the deck tech. It's Enchantress. This one is a little more evil on the evil side, if you know what I'm saying. So they play creatures in Boros, right? So we shouldn't have a problem. You go first with some mana. There's some mana here to be had. There is. Oh, what is that thing? How did I get into this queue? Sometimes I don't know like what I did to deserve such treatment. I'm literally playing a $65 deck. Play something, homie. Golly. It's kind of punishing me too for the 37 lands slightly. So, really? That's Psycho, brother. Man. Disaster. Well, we need to draw our third land. So, there's that. We're not giving up, though. We just started. We just started. Oh, by the way, Ragavan, I still believe that one card costs more than our entire deck. So there you go. Soren of House Markov. Very well. We go first again with really scuffed mana, but a nice card in Magda. I'm not liking this mana situation at all. The Miner. Scary card. I think we actually kind of get to do the thing. Even though they don't have a graveyard, like, we just get selection out of this. Which is kind of fun. Should we wait? Maybe they'll put something in there. So that will flip this. Which is scary. That's 4 more life there. So I guess we have to take this. We definitely wanted a creature, in there. It'll kill my miner too. I'm going to be drawing with a castle here. Unless they put something down really scary. That's pretty scary. I'll counter that. Yeah, we'll pay. Okay, we need no whammies here. Can do the Stitcher Supplier thing. If we get lucky, we get lucky. We could always draw. I don't want to put this out there to just get killed. So, like, is that a good target? I'm not sure. I'm going to be drawing here. The Lock Castle. Kind of scary, huh? I will take the block. Trying to build up my graveyard here. Something juicy. Demon. Hey, that's a Rakdos, but he's legendary, so it's pretty scuffed. That's pretty good. highly recommend animate dead over persist. And we might do that. We might kind of fit that one into animate dead. We'll just switch it over to commander deck. It really should be be able to do some stuff. It's a scary thing. Definitely scary. That's going to start hitting us really hard too. I'm just going to get one-shotted here by this thing in a second. Blood artist. So scuffed. This card is so scuffed, man. Hmm? Guess I could have waited on that one. Can control. Okay, it's kind of a weird one to do. Oh. Okay. Great. Well, that was GG. The mana was pretty bad. I'd have to say we had probably a good hand there, but the mana was kind of poor. It's been kind of poor since the start. Might have to get some better fixing here. But the Spire Bluff Canal was way too expensive. And the Persist was just absolute god dang garbage. It was like not even worth running. I'd rather run like a Zombify. Literally. Would be better than that hot garbage that was. So we found a good amount of search lands. I guess we can find like an Evolving Wilds too and not be so sad. Or just like some other dual land. Even tap lands are fine. You know, like a Lava Claw Reaches is fine. In this temple. Alright everybody, so this will be the last game that we play. Hopefully we can get a win. You'd love to see some sort of win. Kind of battling it out versus Soren there. Just didn't get the hits that we needed out of the graveyard. We definitely were like looking for some sort of nice persist demons. And it just did not happen. Your name here. Mikey and Leo. We are getting like a nice, this is a nice, deck for the meta for sure. Mana's there, but just not the cards that we kind of really need. This looks very interesting. To say the least. Stitcher Supplier Reanimate, of course. Demon. No. We might have to like get rid of these commands. I'm putting in favor. We need more creatures. I like the treasure cruise, but we need more demons to resurrect. So we're gonna find more demons. This is not the last game. We're not done yet. Hardened Bonds, you dirty dog, whatever you're doing over there. Sure. One lander? It's pretty psycho, bro. Save the bolt. There's the demon. One of them. We'll commit the crime here. So it's fine. Just really hoping for a land there, I'll be honest, guys. I don't know why I kept wash away either. Just a mistake. Had wash away brain. Cub. Cavern. Okay, sure. Wow, that draws lots of cards. Hardened bonds, nice. Play him out, opponent. Sure. I think what I'll do is I'll probably drop, I don't know. Maybe, yeah, these are a little too expensive to target things with for our deck. Probably drop the commands, find another land, and add another demon, because I'm thinking it's going to be good. This has to die, though, this thing. It's too many cards. I can't counter it. But what did they name? Human? Okay, I can memorize that. Probably actually should have washed it away. Jeez, Blake. This is too good just to do it, right? It's just too good. Just do it like that. Okay, I see what you did there, opponent. Literally did nothing for me. Well, the skycap cub is kind of looking like they're gonna start popping off here. Getting a little bit trolled today, just like having these in my hand rather than my graveyard is kind of scuffed, but yeah, you maybe even can run a sneak attack in this deck. Maybe. Let's see what we get. A miner. Great. Yeah, we're gonna see our spoilers out of this one. Not as smooth as the Arwen gameplay, that's for sure, but it just needs a little love. It's just kind of finding itself. It's a little bit less straightforward. So Reanimator is kind of a tough one. It seems very intuitive and easy, but I think all these other ones are super cool. Not really liking our acceleration either. We've been kind of seeing pretty slow, I would say. Like, if there was a way to kind of like, maybe get some ad mana here, even like something as simple as like a drum would be kind of nice, I think. It just seems so like kind of slowish. I won't add a land, but I will add a demon. We added a drum, and now we need like a nasty demon to add. It could be like any of them too, because we took away all the bad reanimate effects like persist, so we can get any of the demons now. I mean, what's like the best one? Let's check our little value here. We can maybe add like a Razaketh. Yeah, we can add like a Razaketh or yeah. That sacrifice, that's a free sacrifice outlet, so that could be great for us. Let's get a Razaketh. Yeah. You guys excited? Yeah. Katara. No removal here for Katara. That's better. She's a 1/3, I think. Yeah, this is fine. It's better. Keepies. Hello. Aw, Choco Daddy. That's so cute. Well, we can counter, we can bolt, we can do whatever we want. Talisman. Oh, sure. Now you play out your thing? Yes. Good, good, good. I don't know why it wants to tap like that. It's like absolutely psycho sometimes. It has to die. Rakdos seems pretty cool. Baral, Jesus. It resolves. It's psycho. Yeah, I think we're okay with this. Ooh. Nice. Can we count another kill spell, please? And they're full of counter magic, eh? Resolves. Okay. Hold on. Still in the stack though, right? Okay. How many cards do they get out of this? One. Maybe Rakdos can save us. But I can't cast it. Chukobog? Do it now. I don't know, maybe we can get something. Oh, but that targets them. Okay, we're cool, we're cool. So maybe I shouldn't have Bajukabok first. Just some growing pains, that's all. Why are they doing that? So brazen to like try to attack into my Marchesa. We did it, guys. We beat freaking Katara. I just love to see it. Let's keep it going. We played better that game. Felt a lot better. Demons were kind of flowing. Rakdos looked nice. It just was hard to cast. Looked good, like kind of there with the butler. Start kind of getting that going. I think we could do a little better. They don't want this. They don't want any of this. So just thanks for the rewards, homie. Take some coins. But what a great spring break we had overall. Like, lots more viewership, lots more engagement. It was nice having the week off from school. I could kind of like focus on content, and we found a really cool kind of idea. This $85 challenge is really fun. And it's like these 2 videos. It's not like big of an investment for me because I'm basically just liquidating my magic cards to do this. Like, I've kind of gotten a nice collection here, and there's just decks that I want to kind of keep intact, and I'm like, more weary about, perhaps, selling off the cards or trading in all the cards for that. But I've already traded in like $900 worth of cards, and I built most of the decks that I'm giving away just from those. So it's pretty fun for me. Maybe they'll play like a Badgermore Club. No. They're different. They're built different. Oof, they're getting quite close, aren't they? But they're not quite there yet. It won't matter. I need like wash away or something here. How much mana does this make? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Next turn we're pretty screwed. Because the top end is like Emrakul. Which is really bad for me. Huh? Over your Raph and Mikey? Thought I had a washaway opponent? It's not what it was. Nope. Cancel. I have no way to commit crimes. I am living in a terrible world. Smart. Very smart opponent. Okay, here comes Raph and Mikey, for sure. For sure. Never mind. Oh, yes. We'll put the Crab Abomination into the graveyard. Maybe we'll get a Victimize. A nice Victimize. Prefer like a creature to sacrifice. I'll take that. No way, opponent. No, you can't leave after that. No. No, don't leave. Unearth is kind of scuffed, too. I'm going to get, like, more blue counter magic and maybe even slamming a strict serenade. Sure, why not? The bird? It's like a $2 bird. No one even cares about that card. See, it's only $3, guys. Alright, we'll just do it through this. We'll just do this list here. And unearth, goodbye. Well, friends, let's hit the done. Thanks for joining me on this wonderful event. The challenge. Oh, baby. Razaketh, you're not $20, are you? Don't worry, guys. I got you guys covered. I got that one ready for you. Ooh, Marchesa demons. I'm going to go pop some packs after this. I'm going to upload this. Your instant upgrades will be like, Anime Dead. Off the top of my head. And maybe some of the other cool reanimator things. The 3-mana reanimates are pretty decent too. Alright, we good? Alright, so this one clocked in at 77 even with the homie. So oh, let me change to commander. That might give us a better idea. Razaketh is worth a couple dollars, so let's try to type in Razaketh again. Yeah. Okay, and now we can go to, some of these are not showing because they're out, They are Magic the Gathering nerfed cards, or changed in some manner. Okay, I think we did it. Yep, and now we're back to $81, everybody. So thanks again for joining me today. I'll make sure I put the list in the description. And this was a really fun one. This was a great commander. I'd say I did play the Zula, and I could see like the things there, the kind of the components. But I am a much more fond. Anytime I can go into like downshift and casting cost, and still get a high quality card, I'm very excited about. So that was kind of what we did with a Tevil Arbiter Virtue and Tevil Balance Scale. The Balance Scale like kind of was the deck. And I think it's similar to this, like where Marchesa is kind of like still the queen of Grixis. Oh, you get black. Well, yeah, you get black and her too, the other Zula, but I think Marchesa is the queen. All right, so thanks guys for joining me, and this is the $85